Good morning, Unity of Mesa. This is Reverend Judy Hildebrand, and I'm so glad to have you join us. And I am your host this morning, your hostess this morning, along with the delightful Cerise Patron, who will be doing our music for us. Our affirmation this morning is, there is no limitation or lack, maybe no lack or limitation, for I am one with God. There is no lack or limitation, for I am one with God. And in Unity, we use a symbol, we use a candle, and we light that candle every service to remind us of our oneness with God. It is that spark of divinity within us, that light that we carry, that we have, that we are. And because of that light, because of that oneness, there is no lack or limitation, for we are one with God. And let's take that into prayer, that idea, that belief, that knowing, that truth, that we are one with God. And in the infinity of life, right where we are, all is perfect, whole, and complete. We believe in a power far greater than each of us is, that flows through each of us every moment of every day. We open ourselves to the wisdom within, knowing that there is only one intelligence in this universe. Out of this one intelligence comes all the answers, all the solutions, all the healings, all the new creations. We trust this power and intelligence, knowing that whatever we need to know is revealed to us, and that whatever we need comes to us in the right time, space, and sequence. All is well in our world. Amen. And now I invite Cerise to do her magic with her music. Enjoy.
Once you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, God does the rest. Once you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, God does the rest. Once you say yes, yes, yes. Seems like you're struggling just to make it through. There's not enough time in the day to do what you've gotta do. Remember that God is just a prayer away from making your dreams come true. But you don't get nothing, no you don't, until you say yes, yes, yes. Won't you say yes, yes, yes. Won't you say yes, yes, yes. Once you say yes, God does the rest. Once you say yes, yes, yes. I know you've been trying to find the way to go. All of your life you've tried to find your pot of gold. Remember that you get what you're putting out. Reap what you have sown, so you can quit trying. Yes, you can, and just say yes, yes, yes. Won't you say yes, yes, yes. Won't you say yes, yes, yes. Won't you say yes, God does the rest. And once you say yes, yes, yes. It seems like you're searching just to find your way. You can't seem to keep your mind away from yesterday. Remember that no one ever made a life without living for today. So keep on keeping
Thank you, Cerise. Your music is always so uplifting for all of us. It's so beautiful. And now we have some things that you might want to know. For those of you who so patiently waited for service on YouTube last Sunday, we apologize for the delay and hope you were able to catch it later in the day or the week. And speaking of those lovely technology issues, this is the fourth attempt to record this week and get it so it will play. The first one that was really good, I looked like I had a Halloween mask on me. It was like all these folds, great big, huge folds on my face. It was just funky looking. Anyway, so we're trying it again and again and again and again. And our website had intermittent issues as well last week, but we're hoping all is well now. When it works, technology is wonderful, isn't it? And when it doesn't, oh my gosh, we'll talk more about that later. So on our website, we invite you to look for things for you to know button on our homepage at unityofmesa.org. And there you will find links for signing up for things like fellowship in our virtual garden after service. Please don't wait till the end of service to sign up now. Classes like Sangha and information on Bible talks and where to send a prayer request, plus information on direct prayer support and other spiritual support we offer. And now a few new things you do need to know. Annual meeting is this next month. It's almost here. November 15th, it'll be virtual. Join us to hear information on church business and vote for 2 new board members of our board of trustees. And if you're ready for in-person services again, we are offering, along with the 10:15 streaming services, a scaled down service in the garden at 9 a.m. with prayer, meditation, and lesson. The music will not be live, but we will have music. CDC guidelines will be in place. Mask and distancing are required. Bring your camp chair. We have chairs provided if you need one, but bring your own chair if you've got a comfy one, and join us for an outdoor service. The last 2 weeks have been beautiful. Check our website for full details and expectations. Now, we are so grateful for all the ways you show up in the world at this time through your prayers, your affirmations, letting your light shine, and giving from your abundance. Together, we can enlighten, empower, and energize one another to uplift our world through a greater expression of God. And there are many ways to financially support this community, even at the distance that we are. Indirectly, by ordering books through our website, adding Unity Church of the East Valley as your favorite charity on Smile, Amazon, and Prize Rewards, or directly by sending a check, and yes, we do continue to pick the mail up every day, or through our online giving, which is using the Give Plus app. You may not realize, but if you are paying by credit or debit card, part of your donation goes to credit card fees. If you would like your gift to go further, consider clicking the optional button to give an additional percentage to offset those fees. All the info on how to give and more can be found on our website, unityofmesa.org. If you're watching on YouTube, just click that link in the description. And now we invite you, take your gift of love, hold it gently in your hands, and say with me our offering blessing. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Spirit of Abundance. And this is our time in the service when we usually do meditation, but meditation can be used to open us up to receive a message at a deeper level, or it can be used to integrate a message into a deeper level, a spiritual message into a deeper level. And today we're going to be using it for integration, so it will be at the end of the lesson, but don't disappear for that. It's an important piece for you to, if you're on a spiritual journey, it is an important piece to take that in at a level that is so profound that you don't even know what's happening. So invite us now to just enjoy Cerise's next song, and then we'll have our lesson.
Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, into the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, every dream I've ever dreamed has brought me here to this present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I'm seeing my life so clearly now. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Oh, get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love, into the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest kind of love. I choose the sweetest kind of life. So get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Thank you, Cerise. Today, we are continuing to find the tools, those that are true gems, which are in our own treasure chest. And this week, we are working with less of me, more of thee, and some specific gems we can use to get ourselves out of the way, because when we get out of the way, amazing things happen. Our gemstone this week is the red ruby. Ruby gemstones are protection stones. And think about those red ruby slippers that Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. And she had them on the whole time that she was searching in the outer for a way to return home. And yet, the idea was that she always had the power. It was always there. She was in the power, wasn't she? She goes through her whole journey just wanting to go back to comfort and safety, wanting to return to where she experiences joy, love, and freedom, back to home. Haven't we all experienced that? And we keep looking out there for the answers, don't we? What does she have to do? Change her thoughts, focus on her love of her home. And she did it with There's No Place Like Home. And all she had to do was tap those shoes together, tap into the power she had. So she taps into the power she has. She changes to her thoughts to There's No Place Like Home, and boom, she is divinely guided to how to get home. So the gem today in our toolbox is the concept of changing our thoughts to change our lives, to deny the power we give something and to create an alternative thought that produces more of what our heart desires. Unity teaches us the use of denials and affirmations. We have to recognize that which is causing the discomfort and release any power we are giving it. Wipe it out of our thoughts and replace it with thoughts that will support us in moving towards our heart's desires. And one of my favorite fallback to books is Louise Hay's book, You Can Heal Your Life. And scientifically, we know that energy gets stored in our body. It's the energy, the energy of our thoughts gets stored there. And when that energy becomes too heavy, too dense, too slow, it gets stuck. It becomes a blockage, and it creates unease in us, or dis-ease, disease, right? Louise Hay teaches in her book that you have to figure out how to use spiritual laws in order to create your world with intention. She likened it to getting a computer, new technology, right? And for most of us, that new computer or program is one of those frustrating events in life. We've all been told how much easier life will be with it, but until we figure out the laws of the computer, all we experience is frustration. I'm sure there were laws about how to get all of the lighting correct so that I didn't look like I had a Halloween mask on, and that first go through, and then the second and the third and the fourth would all have worked. I haven't figured out the laws yet to make it work. And so it's been frustrating, and it has taken lots more time than it should. So, yeah, that was my own thing. I just went off the track. Sorry. So, when we figure out, life changes for us. And this book, her book, you can heal your life, is all about learning this in relation to physical ailments. It identifies the problem, the probable cause, and offers a new thought pattern for you. So when I was walking the Camino in Spain, that I was doing that 10 miles every day for most of 3 weeks, I started having problems with my legs from my knees down. I was traveling alone in a country where I didn't know enough of the language to have conversations. So it was like being in a silent retreat for 3 weeks. And of course, in that, my stuff came up. Plus, it was sabbatical, and I was on a spiritual journey with it, and asking for, what do I need to know? What is it that's mine that needs to be uncovered, unburied? And one night, after having a rash from my knee down, and then about 2 weeks later, tweaking my knee, I got online and looked up legs and knees and lower legs. Well, I'd been stomping through Portugal and Spain. And of course, things in my own personal life had come up. I had a marriage that nobody had stepped forward to finish, even though it had been finished for quite a while. And wasn't sure about where I was spiritually. I was struggling with that. And so with that came, and should I still be doing ministry? What is it? It's ministry is demanding, and it's just at that point in life I was just questioning everything, because my whole life was going to change as soon as I signed that divorce paper, right? And so I went to the book, and here's what she said. Remember, I am out there stomping across cobblestones and all, just walking lots of long miles each day. So for the knee, the problem is stubborn ego and pride, inability to bend, fear, inflexibility, and won't give in. And for my lower legs, fear of the future, not wanting to move forward. So the affirmations, so I can take that and go, wow, and that is where my power is going right now. I mean, those were all the things that I was churning over and over and over again with each step. So the affirmations and the things I needed to work on are forgiveness, understanding, and compassion. And the affirmations, I bend and flow with ease, and all is well. And I move forward with confidence and joy, knowing that all is well in my future. And so as I stopped going and started affirming the good, I was divinely guided to the right answer. So my belief has been that this process is taught mainly in the New Thought community, but nope. I'm studying the Yoga Sutras, and book 2, verse 33 was the teaching last week, and teaches when we are disturbed by disturbing thoughts, we need to think of the opposite. And there's a Vedic technique for eliminating negative thoughts, and it's the practice of Pratipaksha Bhavana. I'm trying to learn some Sanskrit. So the teaching is keeping a healthy state of mind. That implies keeping our mind free from those things that bring us down, such as worry, tension, anger, hate, greed, pride. The term Pratipaksha Bhavana literally translates as moving to the other side of the mansion. So this points to our ability through awareness to completely transfer our thoughts from a negative object to another more positive one. The terminology they use for their 3 steps instead of 2 is stage 1, not actually a step, but a stage. it's not just you take one step up and it's done. This takes time, is dilution. Recognizing the presence of a negative thought the moment it arises and taking control of it. Don't allow it to take root in your mind by withdrawing your attention. Don't give it more energy. Don't give your power to it. This becomes easier as you practice the art of watching your mind all the time. Don't turn it into an inner battle. Just gently restrain yourself from attending to the negative. Then move to the second stage, which is substitution. So we had dilution, dilute the amount of power you are giving anything. Then substitution, substitute positive thoughts that are contrary to the negative thought that is disturbing. In Spain, instead of stomping through the country mad at the world, I started affirming, I walk with confidence and joy, knowing all is well in my future. I am divinely guided. That's what I went with, which reminded me I had Dr. Sue Morter's book, The Energy Codes, in my backpack and started pulling it out and really studying it when I was resting with my feet up and some ice on my knees. And it provided the self-healing for my knee. All the answers were in it. The practice was in it. So we know that we get answers when we put out the right information. When we follow the laws of spirit, the answers come. We figure out the laws and we can do something with them. And then the third stage in Pratipaksha Bhavana is the one we are not great at doing in unity or in our culture, and it's sublimation. In the practice of the substitution process, the negative will continue to come back again and again, but it will gradually, little bit at a time, dissipate and lose its force and momentum, while the positive will start to assert itself with time and practice. Practice is what we're not real great at. And to your surprise, one day you will realize the negative has been sublimated and eventually vanishes, and life is transformed. But it is a practice. We do it all the time, and it is always ongoing. And a few other tips from the practice of Pratipaksha Bhavana. Live in the present moment. Don't keep getting pulled back into the past. Visit occasionally, but don't stay. Remember our energetic nature. The more we resist the pull of our lives, the more our innate energies draws us towards what we are resisting. And don't forget the divine self within. We rise above our personality with these practices. These practices allow us to overcome all that is negative, leaving us with unlimited peace and harmony. Negativity is just like a mirage. It is only an illusion. The reality is the supremely positive presence of the divine within you. Less of me, more of thee. So the goals of denials and affirmations or Pratipaksha Bhavana is to bring about a total change in our mental process, in our mental patterns, process patterns, our habits and our perspectives. So we are doing this to bring about a total change in our mental patterns, habits, and perspectives. And if you follow these practices and do them as practices, you'll not be able to remain as the same personality you currently are. You will transform. So now we're going to pause to integrate this information by finding time in the stillness. We talked about stillness the last couple of weeks. It's not necessarily just the silence, since there are sounds all around us, but the stillness of the mind and the stillness of the body. Even finding the stillness within the breath as we move into meditation. So wherever you are, find a comfortable position. Imagining your spine lifting up slightly, your feet connected and grounded to the earth, the energy flowing easily from the top of your head to your toes and back up again, moving through your heart space with every trip up and down, knowing in the infinity of life where we are, all is perfect, whole, and complete. We are always divinely protected and guided. It is safe for us to look within ourselves. It is safe for us to look into the past. It is safe for us to enlarge our viewpoints of life. We are far more than our personality, past, present, or future. We now choose to rise above our personality problems. We now choose to recognize the magnificence of our being. We are totally willing to learn to love ourselves. Now become aware of our breath, our in-breath and our out-breath. Our in-breath, the pause, then the out-breath. A pause. Our in-breath, the stillness. The out-breath, the stillness. As we release our awareness of our breath, we move to that sense of stillness. We sit in stillness, inviting the divine within to use this opportunity to be in communion in our stillness. As you are ready, bring your awareness back to your breath. Allow your breath to deepen and lengthen. Slowly, at any moment, at any movement that feels right for your body. Move your toes and your fingers. Maybe a stretch. And slowly allow more and more light to enter your eyes. Now encourage your body to become present in this time and space. And know all is well in our world, and so it is. So I trust today you have found a gem someplace that will ease your life and possibly even transform your life as you ease into the week that is to come. And now, before we close, I invite us to listen to one more song from the Delightful Cerise.
Where would Moses be if he'd succumbed to slavery? Put his dreams up high upon a shelf. If he turned from the water and just walked home by himself to never see the promised land and never save another man. It all started with a thought that turned into a dream, a fire burning in the soul of a single human being. Every dream that is lived is a dream come true. Stand up for your dreams, to thine own self be true. But if Martin Luther King had been afraid one day and never stood up to the ones who tried to take his rights away, all the pain and tears would never wash away, would never walk hand in hand, we'd never learn to take a stand. It all started with a thought that turned into a dream, a fire burning in the soul of a single human being. Every dream that is lived is a dream come true. So stand up for your dreams, to thine own self be true. Never let another take the dreams God's given you. Go out and live your dreams. Do what you've always wanted to. And what about our church and all the people that you see? Had we been afraid to search, we'd never learned to be free. But now we see the truth, and anything we want can be. So we hold our heads up high as we spread our wings and fly. It all started with a thought that turned into a dream, a fire burning in the soul of a single human being. Every dream that is lived is a dream come true. So stand up for your dreams, to thine own self be true. Stand up for your dreams, to thine own self be true.
Thank you, Cerise. So beautiful, just so precious and so beautiful. And now we close out with our prayer for protection. And we're going to do our affirmative prayer. We started it Kathy started it last week, and I love this. It's the prayer that I've used the most. And let me just talk you through the first line. It's the light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. And so as we did this, everybody was kind of saying their own thing. So how about if we put intention and put our energy all together, and let's use the words me and I this week. All right, so together, the light of God surrounds me. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love of God. The power of God protects me. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence of God. Wherever I am, God is. Wherever we are, God is. Have a blessed week, everyone. Bye.